up, people? It's your man Irvin Lover. Man, this sun is beaming all in my eyes and all that. But look, I want to come to y'all guys. I want to let y'all know something. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the game yesterday. Good game. Like I said, the guys still young. They still learning. Like I call Luke Walton, he's a rookie coach. He's going to make a lot of dumb butthead mistakes. I hope over the season and over the course of, you know, him learning, not just telling the players that the things that they need to change, him himself need to start looking at himself as well and say, you know, these are some of the things that I need to make changes as well. Now, with that being said, Mike from Lakers Talk, he stated that Brook Lopez should close out games when they're close games. Now, that will be nice, but the only problem I have with that is that, number one, Brook Lopez, remember, Brook Lopez played on the East. So in the East, you didn't really have that many quality good centers in the East. So he basically, remember the East for a long time, and it still is, was weak. It was a real weak, you know, league, division, well, conference, whatever you want to call it. And he didn't really have nobody really that he can, like, that he had, you know, that he played. I mean, because a lot of times, most of them teams didn't have no real good centers. So that's the reason why Brook Lopez, you know, overachieved in the East. Then he comes to the West, and I told you guys that in my video way long time ago when we actually picked up Brook Lopez. And when you gotta look at the West, the difference is you actually have centers. These guys are dominant. Most of the dominant players are on the West Coast. I'm on the West side with the centers. And also on top of that, you got a bunch of NBA unknown centers. NBA 2K, I want to say, you know how NBA 2K make, you know, those unknown players that's on the bottom of the line when you make them Legends team and they just throw random names on there. Well, you got a bunch of them guys who actually outshine Brook Lopez. And see, here's another thing too. Now, another thing is that if a team go, and this is what I wanted to say also. Now, it still could work, but Brook Lopez is not a potent low post type of center. He's a finesse player, always been a finesse player. Like I said, in the East, he could do that because you playing against guys 6'8", 6'9", center and stuff like that. In the West, you playing against the Jordans, the Davis, you know, the Towns, you know, Cousins, you know, all the best, like I said, on the West. So you're not really playing against nobody over there on the East. So even when Dwight Howard was over here, you're still playing against some of the top-notch centers in the West, but Dwight Howard's in the East now. But you're not really playing against guys now. Like I said, it could work, but the only problem I have with that is that Luke Walton is still a stubborn rookie coach who's still learning. Just like Brandon Ingram and the rest of them guys are still learning, so is Luke Walton. And what I mean by that, if you think about it, take the seat off, get a little relaxed. All right, what I mean by that, if you think about it like this, when you look at Greg Popovich have a style where he can go half court and he can go, you know, up tempo. When he feel like that the Spurs need to take over the game, he'll go half court and make the team play into their type of game style. Luke Walton is not that type of coach yet, where he can actually slow down the pace and make them play half court set. If they run half court set, then I hate to say it, you might have to take Lonzo Ball out of the equation. Lonzo Ball right now, he's not hitting his shot, so you can't really run that half court set offense during those crucial minutes if you got Brook Lopez in. Because then when Brook Lopez get double teamed, because you know he's real slow, he doesn't have no real quick mechanics. You know what I mean? He's not he ain't got no mechanic like Joe Embiid. You know what I'm saying? He's not, you know, he doesn't have a lot of moves. So with that being said, if you put him in there at that crutch time, that means Lonzo Ball got to sit on the bench. You got to put shooters in there, people that can knock down them shots. KCP, Kuzma, Jordan Clarkson. And that's what it's going to be if you decide to go with Brook Lopez. See, there's a pro and a con to everything. Now, going back to the beginning, they try to get Brook Lopez going at the beginning. And one thing about it, like I said before, Lonzo Ball is not a half-court set type of point guard. Y'all seen it. That's the reason why I say you couldn't run that towards the end. Because when they try to get Brook Lopez going at the beginning, and they slow down the pace of the offense, right? Then was able to take control of that, and they kept running. And Brook Lopez is the last man coming down the court. When Lonzo Ball don't run, they come running, you know, and for instance, that's why Brook Lopez is able to shoot them threes. Because when Lonzo Ball don't running, Brook Lopez, you know, he's struggling down the court. And then Lonzo Ball kick it out for him to, you know, in order for him to shoot the three. The only problem is that if it missed, them will get the ball, they gone. Brook Lopez don't shoot a three and he going running back, you know, up down the court to play defense. He's still the last man get back down on defense. So you getting hurt on both ends. And like I said, they started him off early, try to get him going. And I had no problem with that, but they're not a half-court style offensive team right now. They're just a young running gun team. That's why I say Brook Lopez need to come off the bench. I hate to say it, he's not Western Conference type of center. He need to come off the bench. Only one that can really utilize Brook Lopez at this point in time is actually Greg Popovich. So Luke Walton, who's still young, still raw, still a rookie coach, still learning the system, still making stubborn, dumbhead, butthead mistakes. I don't see Brook Lopez. I mean, I'd rather see Brook Lopez come off the bench, and they even start Larry Nance at the center or Julius Randle at the center, or Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant looking good in the summer league. I know a lot of people say, well, that's the summer league. That's cool. He's young and he's raw. You know, the guy can run the floor. He can do everything that Brook Lopez can do. Thomas Bryant can do, but he can rebound. He can actually. He got a nice low post move down low, and he finished nice around the rim. So I would actually go with Thomas Bryant over Brook Lopez and bring Brook Lopez in off the bench. Larry Nance, I'd learn now, and I'll have to work something out. I'm telling you, that's why Kuzma got started at the 3, because you got so many arsenals to play with, but Luke Walton won't use all them players. He won't use them to what he really need them in. He'll rather bring Corey Brewer in, and I had no problem with Corey Brewer. But the Lakers defense, the same as it always, backdoor passes, backdoor cuts, you know, inside-outside game. You know, when they play the opponent, they go down low, and then once the Lakers crash down low, they kick it out for a perimeter shot. The only good thing about it, Denver wasn't knocking down their shots. They had a lot of good looks. They just weren't knocking down their shots. And to be honest with you, that's the main reason why. If you notice, like I said, when the Lakers played Golden State, they really played physical defense with these guys. They were up on them. They played Denver. It was like they was like straggling along the fence. Like every time they played Golden State, they would go out of their way to play them hard. But then when they play these other teams, man, it's like they straggling along the fence instead of going out hard, playing physical, aggressive defense on these guys. Instead, they just sit back and let these guys take shots. Many times you'll see them take shots, and the guys ain't even run over there and contest the shot. They just stand around. So the Lakers beat themselves. They could have still beat Denver. Like I said, Denver played poorly to me. They didn't really have nothing going in their offense. If you look at their stats, one guy was like 8 for 20-something. I think it was Murray or whatever, and then Harris in the backcourt. I think it was Harris or something like that. I think it was Davis Harris. Somebody was named. I don't forget. Anyway, the dude, you know, he going at Lonzo. And Lonzo, and here's another thing too. Lonzo Ball had, you know, his calf muscles were tightened up on him, and he still played him. And I would have limited him. See, here's the thing. They limit Cal. See, this is what's mind-boggling about this. Kyle Kuzma come back from a back spasm. They say, you know, we're going to limit, you know, his minutes. All right, I think he only played like 18, 20 minutes. You know, because they wanted to watch and make sure that, you know, his back, you know, he didn't get the back spasm again, which is understandable. But here you got Lonzo Ball, who having bad calves, you know, like his calves are tightened up on him. Instead of you limiting his minutes as well and just letting Jordan Clarkson run, you decided to let him stay on the floor. He didn't do anything offensive-wise. Now, he did have 5 assists, and I'm going to share something about that real quick. He had 5 assists. I think he had 9 rebounds, 9 points, something like that. So, I mean, but he, you know, and the thing is, you know, without your calves, you know, without your ups, you ain't gonna knock down them shots. So he could have like actually rotated late. Lonzo Ball only played. I would have let Lonzo Ball play 18 minutes instead. I think he played like 28 or something like that. I'd have let him play like 18 minutes, and I just let Jordan Clarkson finish it off or something. But it was a lot of things that, you know, that they didn't do. Another thing is when he was tied up, you know, 100 piece, Julius Randle made 2 butthead mistakes, and he quickly took Julius Randle out. Which in reality, I wouldn't have took Julius Randle out, because here's my thing. Brandon Ingram has 5. He had 5 turnovers. He had 5. The last couple games he's been having over 5+ turnovers, and you know he's being more aggressive, which I like. But it limits Lonzo Ball in his gameplay. But I'm gonna get back to Julius Randle because I don't want to be jumping all around. Now Julius Randle was killing him. I mean, he was dominating, dude. They couldn't stop. They couldn't stop him. And this is when I would have brought Lonzo Ball in, you know, and like I said, do them 18 minutes, you know, watch the time closely. I'd have brought Lonzo Ball in to give Julius Randle easier feeds posted up. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling y'all, I do not like when Julius Randle I don't mind bringing the ball down across the court. I don't mind that because he can dribble. But once he get across the court, he need to give it up to the guard. The reason why I'm saying that, and let Julius Randle, you know, box out and get low and get a nice position down low, as a low post, you know, a low post position, so he can get the ball down low. Instead of him trying to take this guy off the dribble, because what happened is when Julius Randle does that, they know that he's going to the paint. They double him. And the good thing is, at least Julius Randle is kicking out for an open shot to Kyle Kuzma and all that. You know, Kuzma and a lot of the guys. But you know, when he was kicking out shots, kicking out those passes, a lot of guys went in their shots as well. And that goes back to what, you know, Mike from Lakers Talk said when he said that they should let Brook Lopez run the low post. Instead, I would let Julius Randle run the low post, only because he's more of a bulldozer and ain't too many people can stop him one-on-one. So I would let Julius Randle run the low post, but I would tell him when you see the double team, quickly kick it out for open shot. You know what I mean? You don't have to fight your way in there to get to the paint, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times those fouls can go the opposite way. Now, Julius Randle would get a lot of foul calls going his way, which I love it. I love it because he was going straight to the paint. That's why I said I like what Brandon Ingram was doing. The only problem Brandon Ingram I had with is that he got to be more controllable going to the paint. He's constantly losing that ball going to the paint because instead of him, like, he tried to dribble through 2 or 3 guys instead of picking up his dribble and just make 2 steps and go to the paint. He did do a Euro step. You know, that was a nice move by him, but at the end of the day, he just got to be a little bit more specialized when he go into the paint, you know, in order to create more for himself instead of always having a turnover. Julius Randle, like I said, he did good, but I didn't like Luke Walton taking him out when they was tied 100-100. I'd have let him play through it. He took him out, brought Larry Nance in, which I think was stupid, because I tweeted, soon as they brought Larry Nance in, I tweeted, I said, you bring Larry Nance in for Julius. Larry Nance does not have no low post move. He's just a high up around the rim type of player, you know, where he catch lobs and all that. So by you bringing Larry Nance in, you basically take away the whole inside. So now you make them all perimeter shooters. So now Denver can actually play to the defense they're liking, because now you know the Lakers ain't doing shoot jumpers, and that's exactly what they did. Started shooting jumpers. Larry Nance made 2 bonehead plays, turned it over, you know, and turned it over, made 2 you know, fouls. You know, I know, you know, a lot of our fans can say, well, you know, that was the ref, this and that. Listen, there's a lot of opportunities where the ref also didn't call stuff on Denver that they call for towards the Lakers. So it can go both ways. I don't get too caught up in the ref thing. Like NBA 2K, when I play basketball, and you know, when the momentum change and you see the computer starting to cheat for the other team, you just got to fight through it. And that's all the Lakers did. Luke Walton should have called the timeout right there before the momentum got out of whack. Should have called the timeout and told the guy, listen, settle down, let's go back to Julius. Let's work it through Julius, and then let Julius, you know, draw the double team, kick it out Brandon Ingram so Brandon Ingram can penetrate and get a better high percentage shot. Not all of them there going 3-pointers. But it is what it is. We lost the game, man. There's a lot more I could talk about, but I'm not going to drag it out. You know, we lost. It is what it is. I told you, I said that's the reason why I can't really look at the Golden State Warrior game and say, you know what, if we only consistent. Listen, we can, the thing is, we got the offense, man. Everybody keeps telling me we need superstar, we need this and that. No, we just need Luke Walton to recognize matchups and learn how to be more time manageable when it comes to his players. You know, and not, you know, and call timeout when, you know, time management, and call timeout when it's needed. You know, that's the biggest problem. I know you try and get Brook Lopez going, but Brook Lopez is not Western Conference material. I'm sorry, he's just not. Unless he's playing the Greg Popovich. Other than that, he's not. And I think that he should be getting like 12, 15 minutes. You know, he's not going to be here, hopefully, at the end of the season. So your mama going to let Julius Randle go. Get rid of Brook Lopez. You drop that contract. You know, re-sign Julius Randle. I know a lot of y'all don't want Julius Randle to re-sign, but I like Julius Randle. He's still young. He's only 22 years old, man. He's going to be a beast. Think about it. If this dude can get a jumper going, if he really get a coach that can really get him to, you know, work on this jumper, Julius Randle be killing, man. That's the problem, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Like Luke Walton, he's just so focused on Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. He's not really focused on everybody else, man. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. It's just sad because anytime when Brandon Ingram or Lonzo Ball, one of them guys, you know, make some dumb butthead mistakes, he will quickly defend them. But when it's Julius Randle, Kuzma, Jordan Clarkson, all of them, he will, like, you know, throw him to the wall. Even Brook Lopez, you know, he tried to take up for Brook Lopez. Like, come on, man, he's garbage. You know, I'm not saying I can say garbage, but he's just garbage on the West. He's probably pretty good on the East, but on the West, no. I mean, think about it. He played on the team. You know, I know centers that played on sorry teams, but they still managed to win more than freaking 20 games. I mean, shucks, I can go way back to some of the older centers who didn't have nobody. They won good games, good quality games. They just couldn't get out of the first round of the playoff, or they were right there and just didn't make it to the playoff. Brook Lopez didn't lead his team to nothing. So I'm not going to knock Brook Lopez. I hope that he find another home because the Lakers is not where it's at. Luke Walton want to run. But at the end of the day, I don't know if Magic telling him, like, look, play Brook Lopez. You know what I mean? Because I know Luke Walton, if Luke, he'll do, I mean, he probably do it just like Miles. To be honest with you, limit his minutes, you know, and probably bring him off the bench. I don't know, but I will go ahead and start Larry Nance at the center spot. I will start Larry at the center, Kuzma at the power forward spot. Brandon at the small, KCP and Jordan, Lonzo Ball. And Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle will come off on the bench. And I will let Julius Randle finish off with Larry Nance. And the only time I put Larry Nance at the power forward spot is depending on the matchups. Other than that, I would just run it, man. That's all Lakers right now are not a half-court team. So I would just run the ball and just get out and break. The Lakers play pretty good when they run. When they go half-court set, they're a sorry team, man. They just can't do it. And we allowed Denver to get the best of it. We allowed them to come back, you know, and that, like I said, a lot of it was us. Turnovers, as always, nothing new to that, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, we got to eliminate the turnovers. And also when, and this is the last thing, towards the end, when Denver was getting out of hand, I mean, the minute was changing, Lakers were playing out of sync, they were just doing stupid stuff. Luke Walton sitting on the side like this. Like, dude, wake up. Call a timeout. You know what I'm saying? Get these guys back in the game. Get in that crap. You got to get in their stuff. I'm telling you, I love Luke Walton. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love to see him continue to grow with these players, but Luke Walton have to change his persona, man. He got to be a little bit more meaner, man. He got to be on these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they didn't like Byron Scott. Byron Scott didn't play. He was on them. And everybody kept criticizing Byron Scott. And you see the results of it. You know what I mean? We got to have an efficiency to say, look, we want to win these games. Get out there and play so we can win. Not sit around and just be boneheads and do stupid stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying beat yourself up, man, because you're young, you're learning. But at the end of the day, when you want to win games, man, you got to come out there each and every freaking minute, all 48 minutes, whatever minutes that you play, 15, like what, 30, 60 minutes. 60 minutes, I'm saying 40, I'm thinking about football, yeah. So every 60 minutes you out there, you got to play hard. You know what I mean? Don't worry about getting in foul trouble. And that's another thing. Brandon Ingram and Larry Nance picked up fouls, not even 3 minutes in the game, picked up 2 quick fouls. So when they picked up 2 quick fouls, Luke Walton should have called timeout right there and got them out the game. It was no reason to keep them in there. You know what I mean? Because they're going to play timid. They're not going to play straight up physical defense because they got 2 fouls in the first quarter. So they're going to play soft. I mean, that's common sense. I'd have got him out there and I'd have went on and brought, he brought Kuzma and freaking Hart. What is it? I think Harden. Yeah, Kuzma and Hart or something like that. Like, oh, was it Kuzma? I think it was Kuzma and Hart. Like, what the hell? You ain't bring Julius. I mean, you ain't bring JC in. Anyway, it is what it is. Your man, Urban Lover, reporting back from the Urban-mobile. About to get up in his house. Hope the hooker cook some food. And I'm just joking. Hope she cooks some daggone food because she's lazy. She don't want to do god daggone nothing. Anyway, if not, I'm going somewhere else. Go up in somebody else's basement. Hey, baby. Look, I love you guys. Have a blessed one. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Let's have a discussion going. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. Regardless of our opinions, we all might have different opinions, but we all want the same thing. And that's for the Lakers to get back to dominance. Love you, brothers. Y'all take care, man. And sisters, too, if y'all watching my videos.